Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Godhood. We are... what am I doing here? Had we set up jobs yet? We have not set up jobs yet for this turn. So we gotta manage people's faith. I'm wondering if there's a better way of managing faith than just assigning people to the town center. So let's have a look at this for a second. Let me get out of here. Alright, Tapa has a ton of faith. A lot of that comes from him being the founder of the religion. Obviously, we can't have other people get that bonus as well. So Tapa is glad that lust is a virtue. Does everybody... do all of the different disciples have different desires, different things that we could satisfy to keep their faith high without having to use them on the city center? Because obviously, like, it takes a ton of fanatics to upgrade our rituals, so it would be great if we could have people on full-time fanatic and offering duty. So we got to get a little bit better at managing their faith. Bloodline of the Prophet. Okay, so people who are descended directly from the Prophet have a permanent faith bonus. That's worth noting. You have 2 proselytizer charges on you. That's why you're so happy. So faithful, I should say. So the 4 categories here are bonds with the religion, personal bonds, how we treat the character, changes based on our glory. So as we improve our religion, maybe we can become more awesome, and then people will be more in awe of us. Okay. For right now, I don't know that we have a lot of moves other than, like, Morala and Montezuma are going to have to be managed through proselytization. Right, there's not a lot we can do about that. And we see here no active requests, and that's the case on everybody, right? But I assume if people had active requests and we fulfilled them, we would probably get a temporary faith bonus in the personal bond category. So, is there an indication of where it says that he wants lust to be a virtue of the faith, or is it because he's a lust priest? No, Huani does not have the same thing. This might just be one of those things like your founder has some free bonuses so that they are always happy with you. Okay, it's stuff to keep an eye on. If we can figure out a way, character traits, lust, loves fertility. Does anybody else have any... nobody else has any character traits at all. Okay, interesting. Let's have Morala... I know I said faith is important and everything, but let's have Morala actually perform... oh, we can't do a miracle this turn. Okay, then we'll have Morala go to the town center. Just spend some time really thinking and preaching about the faith. Listen, you'll remember how great it is. And then we can have Montezuma do the same thing, and we can have somebody else, kind of doesn't matter who. It seems like it's a good idea to have Tapa work, since Tapa has the Holy Banana, and boy does he ever. Just work on this. Okay, let's send some people out to do a thing, and it still doesn't make sense to equip this relic on anybody, right? Unless we want to... what was the cost to disengage a relic? Was it 30? It was 30 offerings. We might want to do that soon, because I think it would really be helpful for us to swap the rare relic onto Tapa, and this is equally good on everybody. So we'll fix that. We'll get that moved over to somebody who is a little bit less consequential. And these challenges are still fairly difficult. It doesn't seem like we're timed, or it doesn't seem like we're under any time pressure, I should say. So why don't we go down here? I know there's no conversion rewards, but we can earn a little bit of miracle charge, and we can earn a little bit of experience for our people. Let's power up the other Lust Priest, because it seems to me like it's going to be a good idea to have more than one Lust Priest active. A chance to inspire ally to deal physical damage. These guys are just going to, like, punch at us a lot. I don't really think I want to throw Morala out there, because Morala has full miracle charge. Like, I know we're not set up ideally against these guys, but I think the difference in power level will allow us to just overwhelm them. I like the way everybody from both of the villages gathers around to watch the sacrament. See, I don't know if it's the case... it seems like it's the case that everybody on the enemy team has individual health as well, right? Ate acted during their turn and hit them. Why did that happen? I don't remember what Ate's abilities are already. Let's go find out. Okay, we returned home victorious. We got some XP and stuff. Ate, what's your deal again? Ah, follow up when an enemy performs a clouded action. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm assuming when it says follow up without telling you exactly how the follow up happens, I'm assuming that it just means you pick a random one of your abilities like normal. As on a normal attack. Alright, good work everybody. Hey, we gained a fanatic. We didn't have anybody doing the fanatic thing, right? So why did we gain a fanatic there? It looked like it came off of one of the people who was working at the proselytizer job. It just adds 1 to 2 followers. Huh. I'm not actually sure where that fanatic came from. Maybe proselytizers sometimes produce fanatic. It doesn't say it here, though. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So we have a question. Is it worthwhile to do the banana switch now, or should we focus these offerings on continuing to perform miracles? Also, Montezuma apparently still not happy enough with the religion. Plus 10 faith, not enough to be super productive. I guess let's have Montezuma do this. We know that's going to happen. And then we have the question of whether we want to perform a miracle now. We could also hold people's miracle charges because we're going to get to construct a new miracle building soon, and we could maybe try to have them use that quickly. But I kind of think the miracle buildings we have now are very good. They're like very well suited to the things we want to do. I'm wondering if it's a bad idea to inspire Tapa to gain stats. Maybe we should be spreading out our strength a little bit more, because it's not always going to be the case that Tapa's available, right? Sometimes they take damage in combat, they get tired. We should probably try to spread our strength around a little bit. So I'm going to inspire Marala to... but Marala doesn't really want knowledge or... Yeah, Marala is actually a good example of a person where we might want to wait until after we hit the next miracle building, because Marala's attacks don't scale with the stats we have here. Yeah, bonuses from might and cunning. Start the sacrament with a free wall ability. Chance to follow up an ally's life ability. Okay, yeah, so we really... I guess we'll go ahead and do it with Tapa. Maybe we'll just fix this. How good is that relic? Sorry, I know I'm a little indecisive here as we're still figuring things out. Life and nature abilities gain plus 20% crit chance. I think I'm gonna swap the Holy Banana over to somebody else. And this seems to work no matter what they do. It might even work if they're not working. We should test it. So here's what we'll do. We'll unequip the Holy Banana from Tapa. You will pass along its might to someone else. So you can see some of the UI clipping and stuff that they still haven't worked out all the way. So we'll just pass it to kind of anyone. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It should be somebody who's weaker. But I don't want to put it on Ate because Ate is more likely to bring Ate to things a lot, and I can imagine a situation where Ate gets a relic that would be really powerful. I'm thinking Marala is the one who is probably least vital to our combat strategies, so maybe that's where that should go. And then we're going to not have Marala work and see if the relic still generates the offerings. In fact, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to have... and it doesn't really matter who does what. I'm going to have people only work on gaining us fanatics here. That way it should be very clear whether we receive offerings from the Holy Banana even when the holder of the Holy Banana doesn't do any work for us. Okay, so now we're powered up a little bit here. Oh, this is just a place where you can grind out levels, I guess, in case you find yourself unable to compete against the enemies that you have everywhere else. If you find yourself walled in. What do these guys have? They have a bunch of nature disciples. So these dudes are nature. They are weak against dark. And Ate's whole deal combines very well with a Lust Priest. I think we should be able to fight these guys. Plus 10 morale armor for all allies at the start of the sacrament is a little unfortunate for us. Resistance against nature. Alright, so if we were going to play them, we definitely want to put Ate up. Ate is well suited to this fight. And then maybe also Morala? Morala kind of works around all of their stuff. And then I do want a Lust Priest in for Punish the Feeble. But the Lust Priest is going to be less efficient at dealing damage. I wonder if it's the case that their resistance to... Well, it's only this guy who has resistance to nature, right? Yeah, I'll just send in Huani, because Tapa has a Miracle Charge. We can be gaining Miracle Charge here. I'm putting up a pretty even team against them, strength-wise, if we do that, though. I'm just going to run Tapa out there, because Tapa's way more powerful than everybody else. We'll waste a little bit of Miracle Charge here, effectively, but that's alright. Alright, Tapa, you know what you must do. You must make them truly covet the Holy Banana. And then once they're distracted, Ate will, like, hollow out their souls with terrifying magic. Indeed, SB is dark. I don't know if I would say SB is dark, but SB's commandments are more effective in the dark, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, got some Miracle Charge. A lot of the stuff about the combat here really reminds me of Renowned Explorers. It's sort of like a representation of abstract, like, conversations and stuff in a sort of like a simplified, very video gamey style. So we did not gain any offerings. Oh, sorry, the time hasn't actually passed yet. And we gained one or two followers off of, one follower off of the Proselytize ability, so that put us up to 100. We can now dedicate a statue in one of your miracle rituals, which improves all miracles in the ritual, causing them to provide an extra charisma and cunning. That's actually really good. We can inspire the construction of a new ritual, a new miracle building. We should probably get one that makes our makes Morala a little bit more powerful. We're probably going to have some physical combat, right? So let's start with that. Morala likes might. We also could do health and devotion, which gives both defenses against both mental and physical attacks, which is interesting. Cunning and knowledge. I guess we probably want defenses too, right? All of our choices so far have been pretty offense focused, but we're definitely going to run into situations where we need to be able to survive a round of combat. So maybe it would be a good idea to perform the Tavern Miracle, just give us some broad defensive capability. Yeah, I like that. And we can dedicate a statue. +1 charisma and +1 cunning. I mean, it probably makes sense to do that in the charisma place, right? What is cunning? Is great chance for physical attacks and also chance to evade, negating incoming physical damage. So if you have excuse me. If you have a significant amount of devotion and a significant amount of cunning, it kind of covers you from both, right? So I'm actually kind of wondering about maybe putting the statue in the devotion and health miracle building. So people are getting devotion and cunning at the same time. That's pretty powerful, and almost all of our people can use charisma. Or we could just put it in the charisma place, and when people go to become better at dealing morale damage, they also get better at surviving physical attacks. Honestly, I think that's the way to go. Maybe we're going a little overboard here. Oh, we actually get to pick the statue. That's cool. Which one of these really speaks to us? Well, we do have a big skull head. The Skull of Lust. That's actually extremely good. Oh, and look at the little skull, the whimsical skulls along the base of it. I really like the art in these games. I think Abbey Games does just a fantastic job with all of their presentational elements. Okay, so we don't have the offerings for any of our miracles. So we definitely want Morella actually working on offering gathering. Everybody is pretty faithful for the moment. We could try to push some people up to ecstatic by having them proselytize, but it feels like that's a less good move than having people actually be gathering offerings and stuff. Let's put another person on offerings. That way we're absolutely guaranteed to get enough to pop a miracle. And then the question is, do we start working toward the next miracle immediately, or do we want to work on the strength of our... Yeah, we probably want to work on the strength of our rituals, huh? Yeah, developing the engine is probably a good idea. I just don't want to waste miracle charge too much. So I don't think it matters who does this. Just get in there and do the thing. Be happy, do good work, and... Oh, interesting. What is this? Stories will be told of the might of Player of Ages when they drove away the Rainmakers. +3 might, +1 on all of their stats. Huh. But it's 2... We'd have to fight 2 battles, it looks like. And over here, we would get a relic. Difficulty 6 challenge should be doable. And we got through that difficulty 5 pretty easily, although we did fail at this one. Partially due to me just wanting to test how powerful their abilities were. Let's try this out. Pretty curious about this. So, what do we have here? Evade chance, evade chance. So evade only works against physical abilities, right? When it's against mental abilities, it's called defy. So I'm not too worried about them having all this evade stuff. The morale armor is a little bit of a bummer. It's good that it doesn't stack, though. Entangle, when another ally uses a weird ability. They do have other weird abilities. That's interesting. Okay, well I kind of want to just do... Like, Ate and Tapa work really well together. And then maybe we bring in Montezuma? Oh, weak against nature. Maybe we just go double Lust Priest? Like, really lay on the infatuated debuffs? So Ate can trigger Punish the Feeble a bunch. Let's try this. Ate works really well with the rest of our team and is strong against a lot of the people around us here on the starting island. She's a very powerful pickup. So yeah, he has a chance to follow up off of dark abilities. And then he gets to hit a second time. Yeah, Tapa and Ate are a fantastic team. Well, it feels to me like we're probably going to get there on this one. We get to follow up, we don't. That's fine. Turns out we didn't need it. Yeah, I really dig the the synergy building aspect here, where you're getting characters who trigger off of other types of abilities, and so you're trying to build your party around having the right sets of tags. This is fun. I dig this. Okay, so this is the hard one though. We do get a full team health reset, which is nice. Tapa looks a little tired, but is still usable. So Montezuma resists ancestral damage, and this guy is... Okay, we probably want Montezuma in for this one then. So a little unfortunate they still have a nature dude in, but I think we'll be okay. So these guys are mostly dealing physical damage. Chance to stun. Okay. Only targets the opponent directly across. So for some abilities, positioning does matter. I'll say I'm inclined to do something like this time. Oh, you're weak against Ancestral, though. Yeah, I was just thinking it would be nice to have somebody with, like, good physical defenses in here. But maybe that's the wrong way to go about this. Maybe we do just bring Ate again. We have somebody who is strong against Ancestral, across from the guy who sometimes will only attack the person across from him. We have a lot of miracles to get through. Alright, let's give it a shot. This one is definitely tougher. Like, they have a lot of total hit points. Okay, and Tappa did not heal up between the battles. Our overall team healed. But in a situation like this, you do not get full health on everybody in between. That's good to know. Alright, just don't take 40. Ooh, wow. That was pretty serious, and they broke Montezuma, so our damage potential is lower this turn. If we can get some follow-ups, we should be okay. Oh, just barely. Okay, and then his follow-up did trigger, so even if she hadn't hit for 8 there, we would have been okay. That was a lot closer. That was dangerous. Disciples have overcome the obstacles before them. They return home victorious with some might folklore. Might of Player of Ages. So I'm guessing that when they drove away the Rainmakers. Okay. We're doing some good important work here. We gotta get some miracles going. People are experience capped and it's a problem. At least that's how I'm reading it. It seems like Tappa can't level up anymore, right? As long as this is full. So we need miracle, and I'm gonna have Tappa do a miracle. I know that he's a little overpowered. It's like probably not the most critical thing to keep powering him up, but because we use him in combat all the time, it does feel really wasteful to have his bar full. I'm gonna have him come here and do a little miracle myth with the Skull of Lust, which is definitely a sentence. And then I think we're gonna I'm gonna put Huani on proselytizing. Your faith was broken. You can't do anything for a while. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Just, try to stay strong. Remember, the glory of etc. Godly stuff. Alright, we don't have enough offerings to inspire another miracle. It seems to me we probably ought to fix that. Oh, sorry. It should be Morala who does it, right? And if we wanted to upgrade this, we get additional offerings at 50 fanatics. Oh, man. Feels pretty bad to not have somebody doing a thing that will gain us fanatics. I might, Oh, can I not unassign people? Okay, never mind. Apparently we're locked in. Well, then I'll just hit go. So, I don't know. I don't know if we can handle the old city. If one person recovering, one person broken... We could do this, probably. Get 10 more followers. I don't know that we necessarily need to. We might be able to pull this off, but I'd feel a lot better going back here with Ate. So maybe we want to hold off on that one. 10 followers, 10 followers. These guys are really good against nature. Hold on a second. 2 hurt or tired to perform sacraments. But it looks like we're allowed to tell Ate to get in there in this sacrament. I wonder why. That might be a bug. Maybe we just take a turn off from doing sacraments, let people recover a little bit. Then again, this one doesn't look that hard. when Montezuma next has the ability to do sacrament or to do stuff at all, we need to get that the defensive ritual going. +5 religion HP. So I'm assuming that's our team HP bar. And then we'll get another miracle building next time we level up. I think I might just take it easy for a turn here. Okay, we got ourselves a wondrous storyteller miracle. So big move from Tapa, no huge surprise there. Look at how good that stat gain is. Holy crap. And we've learned another sensual touch replacing righteous flirt. It is a sensual touch actually does physical damage. But it's also a life ability, which is like a huge bonus. And you learn use alluring body in the first turn if there is an enemy nature disciple. Or use sensual touch in the first turn if there is an enemy life disciple. Okay, and there is a button that lets us see him. So wait. Alluring body. That's not an ability that we have vision of. Yeah, so I don't actually know what Alluring Body does. Okay, here we go. Morale damage to all attracted opponents. Targets all opponents at once, but usually has it has pretty poor hit chance. You can see there. It does some good damage though. We are seeing a lot of enemy nature disciples. We haven't really seen a lot of life aligned people. Let's take that. Blessed be, Tapa. You're doing it, man. You're doing the thing. Okay, who gets leveled up next? Probably Ate, right? So it's using masculine pronouns for Ate, so the top is not a good indicator of feminine or masculine. I think we're going to put Ate in the Miracle Myth for a while. And somebody needs to go and do this job. And then probably I just want Huani to gain faith, right? I would love it if everybody was at least happy, because it seems like they work a little bit harder. Yeah, an increased chance to do an extra action in Sacrament is also powerful. But yeah, they work harder when happy. I guess it's a lot of work to keep everybody happy, though. Like, we're burning enough actions keeping everybody happy that the bonus payout from everything that we're getting from only having happy people work might not be covering the losses, right? It might be better to just have neutral people work all the time, have happy people work when possible. So, like, really, it should be Tapa who is... Well, I don't want it to be Tapa who's doing this, because we want Morala working all the time. I don't know. Maybe we did the right thing here. Alright, how are people feeling? Are we ready to rumble a little bit more? Okay, Ate's feeling up to it again. I think we should do this. We should get ourselves another relic. Relics seem important. It is unfortunate that Ate will not be able to perform the ritual, then get the XP, but yeah, I'm sure we'll do another sacrament soon. I have no doubt of it. So we don't really want... I don't know that we need Morala in here. This might be a Huani thing. Significant physical crit chance on these guys, but that aside, yeah, I think we're just gonna lean into the bonuses that Ate provides. I wonder how it determines which team goes first. It seems to be us a lot. Okay, well that was really nice actually. Put that debuff up on everybody immediately. And gave us enough damage to win the fight without them getting to attack. Actually, I think they might have... Did he do 3 damage to everybody? I think it might be the case that we would have won in a single round anyway. Even without that, the thing going off. That's a powerful passive, though. Okay, what kind of relic do we want to make? I think a dark relic might be a good idea. It seems like it's only a chance to produce a relic of the Disciples type. This is just a common ritual relic. Improves all miracles, causing +1 charisma. Okay, that's interesting. Assign this to a ritual in your holy city. And we got a normal storyteller ritual. Still, pretty good stats, thanks to the statue. So you learned Nightmare and Mind Fog. So Doom was doing 4 to 6 damage with a minor scale off of Charisma. This is pretty much the same thing, only targets the... Deals morale damage and dazes the mind of the target. I was gonna say, how is this just the same ability? But it does a daze. And this thing has a significant knowledge scaler. Okay. So in the future, feeding Ate some knowledge is probably a good idea. And actually, maybe we just want to go knowledge up right now? It seems reasonable. Power up the best ability we have access to. Okay, let's have... We want to have Morala work again. Oh, hold on. Before we do that, we actually have some stuff we can do here. So let's buy Administration 1, just more offerings. And then... what's the story with this... Okay. Open the inspection window for the miracle. This is going to cause +1 charisma from a particular miracle. I mean, we could really power up that storytelling circle. It feels like a good idea to put all of the charisma bonuses in one place to me, so that, you know, if you have a person who needs charisma, you just put them there and they get it all at once. They don't have to. You don't have to worry about. Oh, interesting. So the miracles. Do all of the miracles have a cheap upgrade associated with them? Yeah, 2050. Okay, and 3030. So yeah, miracle upgrades are cheaper than ritual upgrades. Obviously, ritual upgrades are really powerful because you can do rituals all the time, whereas you can only do a miracle sometimes. I think we need to gather offerings. Like I said, some people are XP locked right now, and we should try to fix that. Morala, get over here and get me some offerings. And Morala will definitely get us enough offerings for a miracle. And then we could put Ate and Montezuma on proselytizing. But I kind of think I just want to put the 3 happy people on offering gathering. Because, like, we want to get through both of these miracles quickly. Okay, that should be extremely effective. And... Montezuma's feeling a little bit better. Still not back up to full spirit. I probably don't want to do this until we have Montezuma all the way leveled up. Because we want to... I would love to do this without any nature people. Yeah, even though Ate really likes to have a nature person around, I think trying this with neither of the Lust Priests involved might be a good idea. We could do Ate Morala Tapa and maybe get through it. You know what? Let's try it. Very little penalty for failure, and the other sacrament that we have an opportunity to do here is not it's not super valuable to us. So right, we still have that problem. Oh, this does cast Purple Haze if there's a Nature Disciple, and that did do a fair amount of damage. Yeah, you know what? We'll, never mind. Never mind on that. We could probably knock this out, though. Let's see, you don't like Divine. Too hurt to perform this sacrament, however. That's weird. Maybe I'm missing something about why injured people are able to participate in some but not all sacraments. But if we just put in the team here, I think we should be okay. No sense playing Morala, since Morala can't gain XP right now anyway. I feel like all those animations could maybe play at the same time. Man, that alluring body thing is really powerful. Wani's mostly just there to watch. That got us some followers. That one was not, like, super useful. But there was no reason not to do it. Okay, so back up to 63 offerings. Let's knock out these miracles. So let's have a look at Morala's stats, actually. Hold on, can we... I'm thinking that Morala maybe just goes into the defenses miracle. I don't think that charisma is terribly useful here, nor knowledge. Yeah, I'm gonna put Morala in the... So that's not what I wanted. This button, then click Morala, and go to the tavern. By the way, just so we're all clear, in the real world, drinking heavily, not actually a good way to improve your skills and abilities. You're a Lust Priest, so you should probably go do the super enhanced Miracle Myth a little bit. And then... So wait, wasn't Montezuma... I thought we had fewer people happy than this. Is this all... Is everybody just happy from Proselytizer? Yeah, I guess so. You know, it lasts a long time. If we were able to push up to... Okay, it doesn't let me mouse over the next bracket and see the description. I don't remember what it said the last time we had somebody up there. I'm thinking we should have Ate maybe, maybe we should have Ate work here. We still need a lot of fanatics. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Let's get you back to happy. Okay, do we feel up to the task of taking these guys on? We have all of our non-nature disciples available. Let's give it a shot. These guys do not have particularly good synergy with each other. Like, Montezuma would really like to be hanging out with a nature ally, but we got run the hell over by Purple Haze last time. And I think, in general, we're powerful enough that we should be able to pull this off. The bad synergy just makes me feel bad, mostly. Whoa, the ancestors speak of your doom. That's a little harsh. Oof, that is not a lot of damage. Yeah, they're hitting a lot of their most basic attacks. Yeah, the fact that we got to go first may end up being the decider here. Ooh, wow. Alright, Morala, you should have aimed that punch in that direction last time, but that'll work. Okay. That went really well, actually. So that'll open up some new directions for us. We can see some new sacraments on the map now. Okay, we got only a minor storyteller miracle. Huani told an amazing story of SB's exploits. Some didn't believe her story, so Huani showed them a sign in the sand that proved how SB once touched this ground. Some were impressed by this holy sign, but most remained unconvinced. Adds disappointing miracle permanently, which lowers faith. That's a real shame. But it is a lot of points of stats, and the upgraded ability is awfully nice. 2 charisma or 2 cunning? That's actually interesting. Because cunning affects the sensual touch ability. Yeah, let's take the cunning. Right, yeah, we have a straight cunning bonus here, and then because this is a physical attack, cunning also increases its crit chance. We did get a Wondrous Tavern Miracle. That is a very orange box. Already quite smashed, Morala challenged a nearby lake to a drinking contest. Naturally, the lake agreed. They're very agreeable. Followers poured bucket after bucket into the lake, but Morala was still drinking agave booze well after the lake had flooded. Crowd roared with drunken applause. That's really unhealthy for you. Obviously, this is some sort of sign of my greatness. And 2 health and 2 devotion, that's like pretty good. And you know what? It was a miracle. It absolutely was. Alright, let's grab some might on Morala. Okay. I'm feeling like pretty powerful here. I think we're in a good spot. In 5 turns, we'll get to pick from some new initiates, and we have managed to increase our worshipper support enough that we'll probably be able to get a pretty good one. If we can get up to the next level before this happens, that would be really nice. I can't imagine that we're not going to be able to pull that off, actually. It should be easy enough. Alright. And then let's have Tappa, permanently happy and effective Tappa, go and gather some fanatics for us. I don't think we're super close to miracle time on anybody, so the offerings are not critical, I don't think. Then again, well, whatever, I already assigned him. I was gonna say, when you have the opportunity to perform the miracle, you pretty much want to do it right away. Okay, so we cannot interact with that again. Ooh, new accolades gain +3 charisma and +1 on all other stats. That sounds pretty good, and it has 10 followers attached to it. I think this is the one we gotta do. We'll go back and get that relic, but this is, first of all, totally doable, and secondly, something we ought to do. Okay, resists nature damage. That's unfortunate, and we have some life enemies here who resist dark. Well, I think probably the party of Tappa, Montezuma, Morala makes the most sense here. But the Stubborn Elder is just... well, I guess they're all Stubborn Elders, but this particular Stubborn Elder is just going to be kind of rough to deal with. Immune to kindness. Okay, so I love the fact that Sensual Touch has the tags Lust and Weird. Just run up on somebody and start massaging them during an argument. This is kind. Righteous Flirt is kind, but I think we shouldn't have... oh no! Both of Montezuma's good abilities are also kind. Interesting. Okay, well that's a little rough. None of these strictly target a cross, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to worry too much about our positioning here. Plus 40% damage on all life abilities. That's really powerful. Fortunately, stats are probably not great. Ooh, and then we're gonna be fighting a team that is all dark, which is a little bit rough because we don't have enough non-nature people to go at them. Maybe it would have been a good idea to wait on this until Ate was available. We wouldn't want to use her in the first round here, but she might have been a good idea in the second. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put Tappa in. I should have saved Tappa for the second fight. Because as it is here, if he takes damage, we're going to be maybe in kind of a rough spot. If we have to use not just a nature disciple, but our weaker nature disciple. Oh hey, good crit. And we got the follow-up, which is nice. Wow, they really don't want that middle elder getting hit. Okay, you're too infatuated to fight back. Listen, we've all been there. Whew. Yeah, when he gets to hit somebody who's infatuated, sometimes it's very impressive damage. Very impressive damage. I think we just run the same team out here, as much as I would love to not have to use a Nature Disciple. Oh, see, Ate's available to put in, again. I'm guessing she's not supposed to be. Well, I think let's do the same thing. Morala should be very effective here. You're also immune to kindness, that shouldn't be a big deal. Use War Reaper in the second round if there is a dark opponent. Do we see War Reaper? Deal dark physical damage. That's actually pretty powerful. Okay, maybe better that we're not putting Ate in. Alright, y'all, get in there. Morala's a little bit wounded, but Morala's also very tough. Especially now after that, that miracle that was performed. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I didn't look at their attraction. Did I put Tappa in against a group of people, none of whom can be attracted to him? That might be bad. Morala eating that attack was probably a really good idea. I think we're gonna lose. I think I may have goofed this up a little bit. Alright, good tries, everybody. Yeah, so Morala's gonna eat almost all of the physical attacks, it looks like, but there's just too much morale damage coming through, and Tappa is mega dazed. The good news is, he's got so much spirit that he actually can't get broken. The enemies will defeat us before they deal enough damage to him to break him. And you still get some XP, even from a losing sacrament. Unfortunately, we don't get the converts I was hoping for. We'll get a couple off of the proselytization. Yeah, we'll still hit level 5 before we get the next initiates. This game is cool. I'm having a really good time here. I've probably said that a bunch already. So, sorry if I'm getting repetitive. Alright, let's have some happy people work on getting us some more fanatics. I will do some upgrading. And then Tappa is now recovering. So we might want to take it easy. A difficulty 4 should be pretty doable. Life Dark Life. So we can put up like Montezuma, Morala, Ate, leave the Lust Priests at home. I guess Ate gets resisted more than a Lust Priest would, and also Darkest Hour is a bad time. So maybe we leave Ate at home. Montezuma, Morala, Juani. I like that. Yeah, let's try that. I would like to see a relic. Maybe we'll have Morala bless the relic. Curious what kind of light relics we might get. Alright, everybody here is very vigilant. We get it. Alright, really good start, everybody. Yeah, unfortunately their shield dudes are mostly going to block Morala's attacks, but Morala should do the same to them. Ooh, except that you get dazed there. What was that status effect? Alright, I think we should be able to close it up here. Good. But I didn't want Juani to get broken. Alright, Montezuma is ready to miracle again. We have ourselves a small cult. A little judgmental. I feel like it's a mighty cult. Alright, get a new miracle building and even more worshipper support. This is a good time for more worshipper support. A few hunters have found a mysterious stone. They rushed to the disciples to tell them about the amazing find. After bowing their heads, they revealed the Sky Stone. It was truly a gift from SB. Yeah, I definitely... Yep, that was all me. This needs to be added to the Holy City. Inspire construction of a Sunstone. Spending time near the Sunstone heightens your connection to SB and allows you to gain ability progress. Okay, that's interesting. And then the common relics. So what do we want to try to make here? We don't have any relics that are appropriate to Montezuma or Ate, really. Let's try Ate again. It didn't work last time. We got a common last time, but I would like to see what a dark relic looks like, because I think Ate is a pretty important part of our overall strategy. Okay, another one of these, but this time for knowledge. Well, I think we can probably install the knowledge relic in the knowledge miracle. Right? That seems sensible to me. And then we have the ability to build some stuff. I'm assuming that there's no actual... Like, it doesn't actually matter where we build things at this point. That might not be the case. I might be screwing up and placing things inefficiently. But thus far, we have not seen any indication that there are any mechanics that care about how your town is constructed. So what do we think we want now? Cunning seems broadly useful. Right, like Lust Priests have a couple of abilities that scale off of Cunning. Crit Chance is always kind of a weird thing in games. It really depends on how the game's math goes, but there are a lot of games where it's like objectively wrong to worry about your crit chance, and then other games where crit is the second best stat. So, do we want the more general Cunning and Knowledge? Aside from Morala, even the people we have that want Cunning also do benefit from Knowledge. We don't really need the Might thing too badly. We're about to gain some new disciples. I guess the question is, do I think I'm going to train somebody to do a physical combat job? Because if I do, we should be thinking ahead on that. Once we have two people who are focused on physical stats, maybe farmland becomes more reasonable. Don't think we'll go for the Herder's Miracle. Let's get a market. I'm a little torn between market and market and Hunter's Lodge. Let's get a market. The market's more broadly useful. Okay. So we don't have enough offerings to perform the miracle, but if Morala does anything, we should get... I'm remembering correct. Yeah, it is... Okay. If Morala does anything, we should get the offerings, right? Because I think we learned last time with Tapa that when Tapa was working on getting fanatics, the benefit of that still worked. Okay, Sky Shards allow disciples to learn new abilities. You know what was the problem we had here was there weren't enough mechanics going on. So this is how we will earn ability points. And this will let us customize our line a little bit. That seems pretty good in the long term, maybe not essential right now. So I think I'm going to have people focus more on continuing to bring in fanatics for the moment. I think I might even... Oh, we have to have Sky Shards before we can do this, even. I wonder where we get Sky Shards. And Tapa's pretty happy. Tapa can go to work, and then we'll put Montezuma on gaining faith, because if we're going to perform a miracle with Montezuma soon, I would prefer that they be ready to do a good miracle. So we should probably do a sacrament somewhere, right? Chance to counter physical attacks. Okay, so we should probably be able to do this with the 3 people we have here. Never enough followers. You always want to bring in more followers. And of course XP matters, obviously. So notice we do in fact now have 45 party hit points. Awe points, I guess. So that +5 religion health was applying to that bar, which is nice. Ooh, good crit. A little bit of follow-up. Wait, Montezuma has a follow-up on... I thought Montezuma's... I don't remember what Montezuma's follow-up was on. I guess we'll have a look. Ooh, good defy. I'll take and maybe use some time in the health miracle. Alright, let's have a look at Montezuma's stats. I don't remember Montezuma's follow-up ability at all. Okay, yeah, you do indeed get the offerings, even if the person with the banana is not on the offering job. What is Montezuma's follow-up thing? Ah, use performance when an ally scores a critical hit. You could follow up on an ally's nature ability, but this is what was actually triggering. Okay, I mean that definitely gives us some reasons to focus on knowledge and cunning, right? Or sorry, it's knowledge. Yeah, knowledge increases crit chance of morale attacks. So like Ate has this very impressive knowledge stat. I do wish that it was clearer what the actual contribution is. Because like on like damage scaling, it gives you the actual number, right? We are getting 9 damage from the knowledge, from our amount of knowledge here. But I don't know I guess actually it might be on the stats page, right? Yeah, it totally is. Morale crit chance. Okay, it doesn't give us math broken down, but it does at least show us the crit chance. That's nice. Okay, let's do stuff. We have a miracle to inspire. Montezuma's still not faithful enough. Let's, even though Montezuma is a XP locked for right now, I'd really want Montezuma to be happy before we go for that. And then let's have Tapa go and get us even more fanatics. This is a very expensive... Upgrades are expensive. We just need a lot of fanatics. People are feeling pretty ready to go. We could try this again. I cannot click on this to jump down to it. I'm just trying to figure out how would we change things up? What would be different if we tried this again right now? And I think the answer is not enough. Once Montezuma has finished the miracle, then Montezuma's a little bit more powerful. And we want to go in without Ate, probably. Yeah, I don't know, man. And we would be going in without full spirit. You know what I think we'll do? We'll just go do the easy battle, just to generate some miracle progress on people. So like, Wani and Ate and Marala should be able to... You know, I'll even have Tapa go in here. This should be a really fast, really easy battle that just generates us some easy miracle progress. That's why this repeatable battle is here, right? Give us something to do on turns where it's not a good idea for us to proceed with either of the real sacraments we have available. And yeah, I can't imagine we're gonna... Okay, they don't even get a turn. Pretty good. Okay, I see we're closing in on the hour here. Let's play until we get the new disciples. Which I guess is not... Or the new initiates. It's not going to be very long. So we have enough fanatics that we could probably go ahead and buy an upgrade. I kind of feel like maybe we should even have upgraded this first. Just thinking it's pretty important. If fanatics are as important as they seem to be, then it's pretty important to increase the rate at which you get them. So let's not spend any fanatics right now, we'll just do this. We have enough offerings to do a miracle for Montezuma. Montezuma's abilities scale better with knowledge than with charisma, right? Oh, we have charisma and devotion scaling, actually. So no, I think we want to put Montezuma in the charisma miracle then. That's fine. The storyteller miracle is very leveled up, extremely powerful. And then we'll have Marala come and do this. And Taba can come and help. It gathers 5 to 10, so yeah, we do need 2 people to do it in order to be sure that we'll have enough disciples, or enough fanatics to upgrade the fanatic building next turn. And then we probably want to hold off for a turn. I think we might just not do a battle this turn. I want to hold off until we see that the miracle progress on Montezuma before we go back into that. So I'm just going to not do a sacrament today. Oh, they say you are only as old as you feel. Well, Tappa definitely feels very old. Having reached the ripe old age of 42, Tappa will have a little more trouble performing certain tasks from now on. Okay, so there's your time pressure. The disciples actually age. Okay, we got a normal storyteller ritual. 4 charisma, 1 cunning. Pretty good. And plus 10 physical armor and 25% spirit, or... Oh, that's interesting. Crit chance is less important on Montezuma than it is on other people. Partially because Montezuma... The way the Montezuma follow-up ability was worded, I believe it said other people's crits. I'm kind of inclined to take this. 25% more spirit is a pretty big deal. I guess the battle that we're going up against doesn't really have a lot of physical combat involved in it, and Morala is so good at eating physical damage for people. You know what? I'll take this. Morale, crits are good. It's good to have crits. Alright, let's not summon new initiates yet. Let's do this first. We're going to give this another try. So, graying Tappa. Notice Tappa's power decreased from 12 to 11, so I think we're seeing some stat fall as they age. That's really interesting, actually. And we don't want to bring in Ate. I think we do want Morala in here to help block damage from these guys. Alright, I know we lost before with, with this same team, but team's a little bit more powerful now. Alright, guys. Oh wait, hold on. There is a, we should make sure that none of these enemies have attacks that are just straight across. Okay, no, nobody does. Alright, let's give it one more try. I mean, this was not the hard part before. And it is worth remembering we do have 5 extra awe HP as well. Maybe we'll be able to squeak out the next one. Okay, 13, pretty good. Okay, I was gonna say, oh no! But never mind, Morala would never shirk their duty. Okay, a little sad that that one's broken, because we were doing really good damage against her. Yeah, Morala, you totally rule, actually. And Morala heals at the beginning of battle, so I don't feel bad about putting him in the second round as well. Okay. So we definitely don't want to run a Dark opponent. We don't want to give them a free War Reaper, because it's quite a bit of damage. Nightmare and Doom, daze for a turn, so all of your attacks. And you have the same deal. I gotta think, even though... Oh, never mind. I was going to say even though Tappa was just in, Tappa's still better than Huani. But Tappa didn't take any damage, because Morala is great at everything. It's a shame we don't have more Life Disciples, actually. It'd be really helpful. So I guess the question is... No, we definitely don't want to put you in. We want this to be Montezuma. Alright. Fingers crossed, everybody. I was really hoping Morala was not going to cast Wall again at the beginning of combat. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I did it again. I didn't actually even look to see whether people in the battle were attracted to Tappa. Alright, good blocking. We're just not doing any damage here. Wow, nicely done. Okay, so now they're only going to get 2 attacks per turn. Tappa's becoming a real liability, standing up there getting hit over and over again. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Morala only took 1, but we only had 1 HP left. Yeah, so whoever they manage to start getting their debuffs on gets focused fire down so hard. What we need there is somebody who can be like Morala, but for morale damage. Okay, well that's a shame. So let's go ahead and summon our initiates. Michi from the Seas. Of the Dove Totem, talent for devotion. And of course we have that Might folklore now. That's why I was really hoping that we'd be able to accomplish that other sacrament and get more folklore. I definitely don't think we want to wait on pulling people in to attempt it next turn. So we got another person of the Spectacled Bear Totem. Pretty well suited to Might work, I would think. And a Hecatl from the Bloodline of Tapa. A weak version of the Duck Totem. Interesting. The Duck Totem just gives collect 4 offerings. That's pretty good. It's hard for me to imagine we don't want to take... Actually, you know what? We have enough space here. We can take everybody, right? Oh, and we still have people from the... We can still take the cards we passed up from the last time. Interesting. I think we want to take Telhi. We have 13 initiation resource. I can't remember what it's called now. So we couldn't take Telhi and Ueman. And Ueman definitely has, like, Nature Soul is a really good type of soul for us. A lot of people who are doing nature attacks. You have a knack for the divine. I kind of think we want to pull you in. Yeah, you're getting initiated. Oh, that's right. We have a cap on the number of disciples too, so we could drop somebody to pick up Telhi if we wanted to. To attract followers elsewhere. That's interesting. This frees up the slot and the claimed worshipper support, so we'd be down to 27. Not really good enough. I think we'll just stop there. I'm okay with that. Hecatl is definitely interesting. Maybe we drop Huani for Hecatl. I'm just thinking, like, the combination of the Bloodline of the Prophet and the fact that the totem just gives free offerings all the time. And let's stick with it like this. We've developed these people a little bit. So we need to get an actual job on Ueman. I'm not sure what we'll take. We need somebody with high devotion. That's what we really need. So I didn't really pick somebody who's well suited to high devotion. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We could just bump up other people's devotion. I don't think we have a miracle that is well suited to that, unfortunately. No, we totally don't. Yeah, we'll just have to keep soldiering on. That's going to be a very difficult sacrament for us. I'm not sure how we're going to pass that bottleneck. Because, like, I don't think the problem is Tapa specifically or anything. I think we're, yeah, Tapa's not the problem. The problem is just they're going to glom onto somebody, and we need somebody to block for them. And I guess in a lot of situations it would be Tapa who jumps in front of people. Yeah, that's just a tough situation. Alright, well, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see if I can think our way past those guys. And we'll see you then.